Are you ready for unforeseen costs that life may provide to you? For your financial security and peace of mind, you must establish an emergency fund. But it can be intimidating to think about saving thousands of dollars. To safeguard yourself from any unforeseeable financial problems, such as job loss, medical expenses, or auto repairs, you must establish an emergency fund. You can protect your financial security and prevent debt by creating an emergency fund. We've got you covered, so don't worry. We'll show you how to create an emergency fund in this video in just 30 days. In the following 5 steps, we'll walk you through the step-by-step procedure in this video. Step 1. Determine your monthly expenses. Step 2. Cut back on unnecessary expenses. Step 3. Set up automatic transfers. Step 4. Earn extra money. Step 5. Stay motivated. So this video is for everyone, whether you're a student, a young professional, or just trying to better your financial wellness. Let's get started on how you may create your emergency fund without further ado.
Welcome to the Strategist.
How to build an emergency fund in 30 days. Step 1. Determine your monthly expenses. Identifying your monthly expenses is the first step in creating an emergency fund. This will assist you in calculating the amount you need to save for an emergency fund. To begin, make a note of every recurring expense you have, such as rent or mortgage payments, energy bills, food costs, transportation expenses, and any other monthly bills. The minimal amount you should save for an emergency fund is determined by multiplying your total by 3. Making this list thoroughly is crucial because even minor expenditures can add up rapidly. This is because financial professionals advise having 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses set up for emergencies. This is only a starting point, so if you can, try to save even more. It's important to keep in mind that depending on your unique situation, the amount you need to save may change. For instance, you might be able to get by with a smaller emergency fund if you have a steady job and income. On the other hand, if you work for yourself or have a variable income, you might need to save extra to cover any changes in your pay. Step 2. Cut back on unnecessary expenses. You might need to reduce your unneeded spending if you want to save money rapidly. This can entail cutting back on eating out, terminating subscriptions to services you don't use, or looking for ways to lower your electricity expenses. Small adjustments to your spending patterns can free up additional funds for your emergency fund. One of the most effective ways to rapidly and effectively save money is to reduce wasteful spending. The goal is to find places where you can cut costs without sacrificing your standard of living. Here are a few instances of how you can reduce your spending. 1. Eat at home more often rather than going out to eat. Eating at restaurants can be pricey. Each month, you can save a sizable sum of money. You might also consider bringing your own lunch to work rather than ordering takeout. 2. Canceling subscription services. If you subscribe to services but aren't using them, you might want to cancel them. This may include anything from streaming services to gym subscriptions. Eliminating these monthly charges will help you have more money available to contribute to your emergency fund. 3. Lowering utility costs. Take measures to lower your utility costs by utilizing energy-efficient equipment, taking shorter showers, and turning off the lights when you leave a room. These modest adjustments can pile up over time and reduce your monthly bill payments. 4. Shop wiser. When buying food or other necessities, look for sales and discounts. To save money without compromising quality, you may also think about purchasing generic brands rather than name ones. Being deliberate with your spending is the key to reducing unneeded costs. Look closely at your monthly spending to find places where you may cut back. Knowing what you can live without and what you can't is important. Step 3. Set up automatic transfers. Setting up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account is one of the simplest ways to accumulate your emergency fund. By doing this, you may make sure that a percentage of your income is saved automatically and without your involvement. A quick and efficient approach to saving money without having to think about it is to set up automatic transfers. You may make sure that a percentage of each paycheck goes toward your emergency fund each month by automating the savings process. If you don't already have one, you must open a separate savings account before you can proceed. The funds you have set aside for your emergency fund should be deposited here. Usually, you can do this by going to a branch in person or using your bank's online banking system. You can set up automatic transfers from your checking account once your savings account is set up. Start off with a small amount, such as $50 to $100 per paycheck, and as you develop the habit, gradually increase the amount. Your savings rate should be adjusted in accordance with your objective of saving enough money to cover 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenditures. Keep in mind that scheduling automatic transfers to happen on the same day as your paycheck will make them more effective. By doing this, you can prevent yourself from using the funds for other purposes. You can schedule transfers to take place every other week if you are paid bi-weekly, and you can schedule transfers to take place at the start of each month if you are paid monthly. Step 4. Earn extra money. Earning extra money is a further approach to increasing your emergency reserve. Think of starting a side business, reselling your old belongings, or hiring a freelancer. You can accelerate your savings goal by adding any additional income to your emergency fund. Gaining additional income is a terrific strategy to increase your emergency fund and advance your savings objectives. Here are some methods for making extra money. 1. Side hustles. If you want to make extra money, think about starting a side business or getting a part-time job. This could be everything from grocery delivery to pet sitting to independent work. 2. Selling items. Look around your house and make a list of anything you don't use or need. Through online auction sites like eBay or Craigslist or on social media networks like Facebook Marketplace, you can sell these products. 3. Freelance work. If you are talented or have a skill, think about working for yourself. This might be anything from writing to advising to graphic design. 4. Working extra hours. If your employer allows you overtime, you might want to take advantage of it to make more money. By doing this, you may be able to increase your emergency fund without having to get a second job. Earning additional money can increase your emergency fund and speed up the process of reaching your savings goal. Just keep in mind to not spend all of the additional money you earn. Instead, save some aside for your emergency fund. Step 5. Stay motivated. Maintaining motivation is essential for growing your emergency savings. Celebrate your accomplishments as you go, whether it's reaching a savings goal or restraining yourself from making an unnecessary buy. Remind yourself to keep your emergency money in mind and the comfort it will bring you in times of need. Although creating an emergency fund can be difficult, remaining determined can help you meet your savings target. Here are some pointers to keep you inspired. 1. Mark milestones. Set minor objectives along the way and rejoice when you accomplish them. Celebrate, for instance, when you save $500 or when you've saved half of your target amount. You'll feel more driven and that the process is more attainable if you do this. 2. Monitor your success. Log your savings in a spreadsheet or notebook to monitor your success. Observing your progress might inspire you much. 3. Remind yourself of the benefits. Remind yourself of the peace of mind your emergency fund will give you in the event of an emergency. You can feel safer and experience less stress in your life if you have a safety net in your finances. 4. Avoid temptations. Refrain from making pointless purchases that could prevent you from reaching your savings objectives. To make sure you're still on pace to meet your savings target, make sure to modify your savings plan if you do decide to make a purchase. 5. Seek support. Speak with loved ones or friends who are likewise concerned about their finances. Having a support system can assist you in being driven and responsible. In just 30 days, you may accumulate an emergency fund if you have the correct attitude and use the right techniques. You can start saving for your emergency fund and achieve financial security by following these steps. Keep in mind that the secret is to remain consistent, make minor adjustments to your spending patterns, and maintain motivation. Monitoring your progress and making modifications along the way is important since creating an emergency fund is a continuous process. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more financial advice, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Happy saving and thanks for watching.